All right, it's time. I've been grinding for a long time. Y'all know that. And it's time I achieve one of my long lost goals. All right, I want 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm a little more than 30,000 away. So please, Pharaohs, help me run my sub count up in the month of September. If you watch this video, please subscribe to my channel. I want to hit 30,000 subscribers in 1 month to get to 100K. Again, we can do this, Pharaohs. I trust in my Pharaohs. Y'all done held me down and paid my bills for over a year, and I know we can do this together. We've been through a lot. The grind ain't never stopped, and we going forward in the month of September. I need about 30,000 subscribers in the month of September to achieve this goal. I'm finna grind my behind off to get to it. I know we got it in us. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. We finna do something amazing and have our moment by the end of September. 30,000 subscribers in 1 month. Let's go. All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, an image has surfaced on the internet. Well, I screenshotted this image out of a video, and it's a little bit blurry, and I apologize for that. But the image is a picture of Meek Mill alongside 50 Cent and Young Jeezy and James Harden and Chance the Rapper and Trey Songz and Allen Iverson, I believe, and a plethora of other celebrities that I am forgetting right now. This was in Vegas. Obviously, Las Vegas was on fire. Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor fight weekend. And rightfully so. So celebrities were performing. I think Envy was DJing that night as well. And it was a huge night. A lot of money to be made out in them Vegas clubs. Especially when Floyd Mayweather is fighting. Let alone when he's fighting somebody with a name like Conor McGregor. So it's a huge weekend. All right. So let's go back a little bit. Keep that right there. Let's go back. When Meek Mill was doing interviews, I think this might have been the Ebro in the Morning interview, or it could have been the interview with Angie Martinez. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, Meek Mill talked about how he has ended beef with a lot of people, and he ain't really just said anything about it because he ain't felt the need to do an interview about it or gossip about it. And he was like, one person that he ran into one day at a hotel was 50 Cent. And he was like, me and 50 had an opportunity. We could have easily made that into a big deal. Well, you know, obviously Meek and 50 has had their run-ins on stage, and then obviously the common denominator here is Rick Ross. 50 Cent and Rick Ross don't get along. You know, the Officer Ricky whole thing, and obviously Meek has to ride with his man Rick Ross. Rick Ross put him in a really great opportunity with MMG, so that's a huge deal. Again, I don't know where I side with that, because sometimes I do feel like, depending on the situation, if it becomes more than rap, I feel like an artist like Meek should probably not be around 50 Cent. But then at the same time, I feel like that's putting Meek in a tough situation. So does that mean all of Ross's battles are Meek battles? And does that mean all of Meek battles are Ross's battles? That's tough, because hip-hop is so fickle, right? Meek said, look, if it gets past hip-hop, I would take a side. I believe, you know what I mean, that as long as it's in the hip-hop realm, Meek was like, I'm going to stay out of it, and I ain't got no problems with 50. We squashed what we had. I might debate that what 50 and Ross had was a little bit more personal than hip-hop. I ain't going to lie. 50 kind of took it a little too far with the Officer Ricky things, and I think 50 took it a little too far with the Khaled situation. I could make a case that's more than hip-hop. Now, nobody's died over that, but I could make a case that's a little bit more than hip-hop. Like, I think Meek and Drake is hip-hop. I could make a case that Ross and 50 and DJ Khaled, I think that might be a little bit past hip-hop. A little bit. Anyways, Meek made the decision, and the irony is Meek was right in between a guy and Young Jeezy that Ross had problems with in the past. And again, Ross and Jeezy have squashed their issues. And then he was on the other side, and then 50 was on the other side. So, I mean, gosh, Ross probably looked at that video like just shaking his head, because Ross went to bat for Meek. Remember, there's been no Rick Ross and Drake music since the Meek Mill and Drake beef. And Drake and Rick Ross got one of my favorite songs of all time, Dice Pineapple. So they get together and make good music. And they got, Pop that together as well. Like, they make great music together. That's dead. They can't make records together no more. That's dead. So, and Drake's the biggest artist, right, in hip hop. And Ross has got to kind of sit back and be like, dang, I kind of got to, you know, I ain't got to beef with Drake, but I kind of got to take a step back. I can't work with him like that. That's a bad look for MMG. And he took that on the chin, I feel like. Now, and Ross went to bat for Meek the whole time. Nobody took up for Meek like Ross did, regardless of what it was. Even when Meek was into it with Wale, Ross found a way to spin it so nobody looked like the victim or nobody looked like the crazy person, when we probably believe Meek should have looked like the crazy person in that situation. I'm just saying, that's the truth. So I think it's one thing for you guys to squash it, but another thing for you guys to look like y'all enjoying each other's company on stage. Again, that's just my personal opinion. And maybe Ross felt some type of way. Ross took to Twitter and he said, look, this is right after that video was published. Ross tweeted out, when you switch sides, you better stay there. We don't know if that's had anything to do with Meek and 50, but one could assume that it had a little bit to do with that. And he felt some type of way watching them alongside each other, just enjoying each other's company. Everybody looked to be having a good time. I'm just saying. I don't know. I want you to be the judge of it. Talk to me in the comment box below, 100K gang. Do you think Meek should have stayed away from 50 Cent, knowing that his big homie Rick Ross doesn't like 50 and they've had some issues in the past? I think that beef with 50 and Ross went a little past hip-hop. That's just my opinion. Meek doesn't believe that. Talk to me, comment box below. How should Meek have handled that situation? I mean, he was paid to be there. You just tell me what you think. Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.